Hello. Um, it's been a while. I miss you guys, and I voted today. Vote. If you've not voted, vote. That's not what I'm on here for today. I just wanted to share. My daughter is home for spring break from college. I'm enjoying her. And she was talking, and she brought up the moment that I found out that it was multiple sclerosis. And she was talking about how I handled it. She said, Mom, she says, you didn't cry, you didn't fuss. She said, all right, well, we know what to do. We have a diagnosis, so now we can move forward. I'll admit, getting the diagnosis of MS that was like music to my ears, because for so long I thought I was kind of going crazy. Those of you who are listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about, who have dealt with multiple sclerosis. So, she used that moment to shape who she is today. And I didn't realize it until this morning. It was just her and I and my two babies. They were younger. They had no idea what was going on. My husband is a truck driver. At the time, we were pulling FEMA trailers when we found out about my diagnosis. So that's why he was not around when I got the diagnosis. So my daughter was there, and she thought that we were supposed to have a pity party, cry, be upset, be mad, whatever. But what she doesn't realize is I couldn't do that because my husband wasn't home. I had children and I had to be strong for them. I couldn't break down. Now, when my husband got home, I didn't break down in front of him. He went into the bank that day, and I was out in the pickup truck, and it came. I knew that at that moment I could finally break down from the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis because my husband at that time was home. But my children didn't see it. And I'm not saying how to handle your situations, but I didn't realize until this morning how I handled my multiple sclerosis diagnosis is how my 18-year-old daughter looks at situations today. She takes things, if they come her way, that are hard, and she's like, well, she looks at it, she analyzes it. She's like, all right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to handle it this way. So my message to you today, because I'm receiving messages, some of you like the videos. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I am working hard at trying to get more videos up. I wear a whole lot of hats at home. I'm working on this organization. I went to school in the past few months for grant writing. The most difficult thing I've ever done in my life other than raising a family. But I'm glad I did it. I feel good about it. And it's for the organization. It's for Step For Me. So this message is just for those, because from time to time I get messages of people who are down, people who are low, people who are sad. And the way I deal with my multiple sclerosis diagnosis was years ago. You don't have time, and you can't sulk in your situation, today's situation, because there's tomorrow, and then there's later today, and then there's next week. And if you waste your time sulking about your pain today, or, well, I can't do what I used to do, then I'm sorry, but I don't see how you can self-heal yourself. Because at this point where we're at, we have to find ways to self-heal ourselves. So sometimes we've got to go above and beyond and work out, eat better, stay away from negativity. People who strive on being negative, that's not healthy for us. Stay away from stress. Stay away from anything negative in your life. And if it's keeping you from moving forward, even if it's yourself, because sometimes we get in our own way. Sometimes we prevent ourselves from moving forward. Sometimes we stop ourselves from going out there and still living life to its fullest, because that's what our purpose is. I like that. I'm not on here to preach. I'm just saying. I didn't build Step For Me with my family. to receive negativity on my feed. If you come on Step For Me negative, I'm going to give it back to you positive. I'm sorry, but this is not that platform. I can't be negative and positive at the same time. It's not enough room. It's not enough room. You got to choose one or the other. And yes, you're going to have bad days. Yes, but don't sulk. Don't stay in your bad day, because that's where the black hole is. We'll talk about the black hole some other time. I just wanted to check in. I'm happy. I'm well. And that inspired me. That one story from my daughter inspired me. She was 7 or 8 years old when I got the diagnosis. She's now 18 years old. And she's smart, she's successful, and she's going places. And she remembers that one day. So those of you who are negative, those of you who doubt yourselves, you've got people who are watching you. You got people who are watching you. So be blessed. Step for me, step for you. Pay it forward. That's what all this means. That's what Step For Me means. Pay it forward. You step for me, I'll step for you, you step for them. If you see somebody needs help, step for them. Have a blessed day.